So about a year ago, I made a video where I made a custom Strat for under $300. It was a really awesome guitar. I loved the way it looked. I loved the way it sounded, but ultimately I had to get rid of it. I did not like how heavy it was. It made it almost unplayable standing up. And I didn't like how the single coils got in the way of my picking hand. But it was my favorite color, and I do miss having a purple guitar. So in this video, we're gonna fix my mistake and we're gonna rebuild that guitar, but this time as a Telecaster. All right, so let's go over the parts. For the body, I have this Lido Telecaster Deluxe body. It's made from poplar. Purple is always a really hard color to find, so I decided to just paint over the original color, which was surf green. I used iron lac eggplant for the color, and then I used Rust-Oleum 2X matte clear for the top coat. I went with acrylic paint because I really like the way it wears over time. When acrylic comes off, you can see the color underneath, and it gives it a pretty cool looking, I guess, relic type of finish. And in my experience, when you use poly, the paint usually just chips off. For the neck, I have another Wenge neck from China. It has medium jumbo frets, I think. I actually ordered this neck a year ago when I made the last video, and it's just been sitting around, so I thought this would be the perfect video to use it for. One thing that I have noticed is that the nut is a little wonky, so we'll see if that ends up being a problem. For the pickups, I use what are becoming my favorites, the GuitarMadness Hexbuckers. They're high output ceramic humbuckers, sort of like the DiMarzio Super Distortion. For the bridge, I'm using this Wilkinson Hardtail bridge with stainless steel saddles. And lastly, like always, I'm going with the Musiclily locking tuners for my tuners.
I always seem to have trouble with these big pick guards, so I started with that first. The pick guard does have 4 pots on it, but I only have 2 active, one for the volume and then one for the push-push tone. The wiring from the pickups wasn't actually long enough to reach the 3-way toggle, so I had to add some additional wire to it. That's something you might want to look out for if you do end up doing one of these builds. After getting the pick guard on, I started working on the bridge. I drilled the holes, and then after installing it, flipped it over and installed the ferrules. Up next, I got started working on the neck. I installed all the tuners, and then I checked my work with a straight edge because I have been known to install these crooked. I had already adjusted the truss rod, so I went to check the neck straightness again before I did any fret work.
Overall, I'm really happy with this guitar. To me, it looks just as good as the last one, but it's a lot lighter and it has better playability with the double humbuckers instead of the single coils in the way where I pick. My paint job wasn't that great, so I'll probably bang it around a little bit to get the surf green showing through. Like I mentioned earlier, I was worried about the nut, but it didn't end up being a problem. It's still really playable. I was also worried about the neck because I have bought some bad necks before, but I got this one straight really easily and the fretwork was pretty solid. I didn't have to do much. So overall, I'm pretty happy about that. I really like the way it sounds. I'm always surprised with the clean tones you can get from like a heavy neck pickup like this. Overall, I recommend all the parts that I used. I'm really satisfied with them. If you want to check those out, make sure you look in the description down below. Hopefully I do keep this one a little bit longer than the other one. I don't want to repeat my mistakes. Alright, so if you liked the video, please like. If you want more content like this, please hit the subscribe button. I've actually been practicing building guitar bodies from lumber for the past few weeks. So if you're interested in seeing a full build video from the beginning, make sure to check back because I'll be posting some of those videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time.